Good morning, children. Today I'll be taking the last topic of the chapter, functions of kidney. The kidneys, they perform many functions to maintain the internal environment constant. That is the composition of the blood tissue fluid should be maintained in a balanced form. That is called as the homeostasis. These how the internal environment of the body is maintained constant, because the kidneys perform so many functions which help in regulating the different substances to be present in right amount in the blood, in the tissue fluid surrounding the blood vessels. Now, excess excretion of nitrogenous waste products. Kidneys are the only organs. That is why they are called the main excretory organs, which are responsible for removing the nitrogenous waste produced in the body like urea, uric acid. They are being eliminated from the body in the form of urine by kidneys only. No other part of the body can remove these nitrogenous products except kidneys. This process of removing of nitrogenous waste, when we talk, is called excretion, and the organ which is mainly responsible in removing these nitrogenous waste are the excretory organs. Then regulation of water balance. Kidneys regulate the water balance in the body by regulating the amount of urine formation. If the water is excess in the body, then we'll find the urine passed out contains lot of water and it is in the form of dilute. So excess of water will be given out in the urine. If there is deficiency of water in the body, then the urine that is being passed out is highly concentrated. Less of water will be there. Then third function is regulation of acid-base balance. The excess of mineral salts, the salts and the toxic substances, other various substances which get accumulated in the body, they are being removed from the body to maintain a proper pH value of our body fluid. This is the function of kidney. Because the excess salts, all the toxic substances, they are being removed out by the kidneys only along with the urine. Regulation of blood pressure. Kidneys also help in regulating the arterial blood pressure by secreting a hormone, renin. Then elimination of nitrogenous waste, excess of water, excess salts and other unwanted substances from the blood. This is the kidneys, when the kidneys remove all these harmful substances and excess substances from our body, thus the kidneys maintain the volume, that is the total quantity, composition, pH value and osmotic pressure of the blood. This is osmoregulation, and it is the kidney. All the excess substances are being removed out by the kidney, and whatever is required in the blood to maintain its balance, that is being given back into the bloodstream, and how the internal environment is balanced by the kidneys. Now, this, in other words, we can say it maintains the fluid homeostasis in the body. Thus, the composition, the formation of body fluid is determined by not by what we are, all the internal fluid, its balance, its pH value, its osmotic pressure, then its volume, its composition is not maintained because of what we are eating in, what we are ingest, but what the kidneys keep. What substances are required, how much is required, that is being taken by the kidneys and given. Kidney tubules will absorb it and give back to the secondary blood vessels surrounding the kidney, the tubular part of the kidney. Excess of it will be moving along with the fluid and will pass out with the urine. Now, what are the disorders of if something abnormality takes place in the kidneys because of its functioning, its structural abnormality, or due to some other reason, then many of the health problems may occur. Number one is hematuria, that is when the blood comes out in urine. In this disease the blood is passed out along with the urine, then we say the person suffers from hematuria. The main cause of this disease is the toxin, that is the poisonous produced in certain types of fever. Some infection in the urinary tract also may cause the flow of blood in the urine. Some kidney stones or tumor these are the indication that why the blood is coming out along with the urine. Any one of the out of these, any one may be the cause of it. Uremia is the accumulation of, this is a disease due to the excessive urea which gets accumulated in the blood, and because of the failure of nephrons, that is the kidney tubule, to extract urea from the blood. If the kidney tubular part is not able to function properly and they are not able to take out this urea from the blood, then the blood remains in the this urea remains in the blood. As a result, it gets accumulated and person suffers from a disease called uremia. Glycosuria is glucose in the urine. Now, this is a disease in which the level of blood sugar will rise. And to such an extent the level of blood sugar rises, we say that the person is diabetic. So in that case, the excess of glucose will be seen passing out with the urine. So excess of glucose from the blood is removed along with the urine. So when the urine is loaded with glucose, then that is an indication that person is a diabetic patient. And the reason is due to less secretion of hormone insulin. When I'll teach you the chapter of hormones, then in detail we will do how insulin are responsible for maintaining the sugar level in the blood. Then kidney stones. Kidney stones are formed. There are two sources which result in the formation of kidney stones. One is uric acid and other is salts like calcium oxalate. These are the two main sources of kidney formation of stones in the kidney. These may be formed in the kidneys, maybe in the pelvis. What is pelvis? The upper anterior funnel shaped part of ureter. This stone may be in the ureters, in the urinary tubules, in the urethra also. These stones may cause severe pain and may blockage the ureters or the urinary bladder or urethra, and the person feels difficulty in passing out the urine. These stones are either removed surgically, but some of the stones can be dissolved and broken down, and they pass out along with the urine. Then artificial kidney, though not in your syllabus, but in brief you should know. In this book they have given you a bit detail of its working. The detail of the working of artificial kidney is not required. What happens? Artificial kidney is a device in which to filter the blood of patients whose kidneys are completely damaged. What the kidney is functioning, the work of the kidney, if it is not working properly in our body, then this machine will doing the work of the kidneys. This machine is called as dialysis machine. In case of renal failure, that is, if one kidney is damaged, then the person can lead a normal life with the other kidney. He will not have any problem. But if both the kidneys are damaged, then the failure of both the kidneys would lead to death also. In that artificial kidney is a dialysis machine, and the patient is being put on that dialysis, on that machine. So here you will find that this will, if our kidneys are not working properly, then all the mineral salts, these nitrogenous waste, toxic substances, they get accumulating in the blood and body fluid, and thereby disturbing our internal balance of our body fluid. It leads to oedema. Oedema is the retention of surplus water in the body. Large amount of water gets accumulated in the body because the kidneys are not working properly, excess of water is not being given out, so it gets accumulated in the body fluid, in the blood, and swelling takes place. In such patients, artificial kidneys are used for removal of surplus water, excess of salts, toxic substances, and other unwanted substances from the blood. The removal of unwanted substances from the body through artificial kidney, this process is called dialysis. Now what happens in this dialysis machine? The patient blood is taken from the radial artery. Radial artery is the artery which is present just below the thumb. See, you can see here, this is my thumb, and this artery is present just below the thumb, that is called as radial artery. From there the blood is being, this artery, from here the blood is being poured into the dialysis machine, and this artery where the urea and excess salts are there, that machine will remove that blood coming into it, and then the blood purified, free of urea, uric acid and excess salt, is being returned to the vein on the same arm. Then in the vein, the blood free of these harmful substances is given back. And in cases of permanent damage to the kidneys, dialysis is repeated for about 12 hours twice a week. So every now and then the person has to go for dialysis on the dialysis machine, and it is expensive as well as very painful. So very detailed part you need not to go. You should only know that the blood loaded with toxic substances, urea and mineral salts, excess of all these things from the radial artery of a patient is given into the dialysis machine, and from the dialysis machine all these harmful substances this machine will remove, will filter out, and the blood free of all these substances will be given back to the patient in the same arm through the vein. Now accessory excretory organs, main excretory organs I've told you are the kidneys. Apart from this, some parts of our body, some organs of our body are also help in removing the unwanted excess and harmful substances, toxic substances from the body. The skin is responsible to produce, they have sweat glands, that they are responsible to produce sweat, and sweat is mainly responsible to maintain the body temperature of our body. But the composition of sweat is mainly composed of excess water, urea, some salts and carbon dioxide. So along with sweat, these harmful substances are removed. So it is also considered to be the one of the accessory excretory organ. Then lungs help in the removal of metabolic waste of respiration, that is water and carbon dioxide, which are these are the harmful substances in the process of respiration. They are removed through the lungs. Liver, I told you, liver is also functions in removing the harmful substances like excess of amino acids. They are broken down in the liver to produce ammonia. This ammonia is converted into less harmless substance, urea, in the liver cells, and that urea is being transported to kidney, from where it is being given out of the body along with the urine. Then hemoglobin of the worn out, all the red blood cells, dead, worn out, injured red blood cells, they all will be taken to the liver cells. Liver cells may break them down. During their this breaking of the red blood cells, the hemoglobin of red blood cells is being broken down, and it breaks up into bile pigments, biliverdin and bilirubin. These are excreted from the body along with the fecal matter. That is, when we pass out feces, they are being removed out with that also. Large intestines, the colon they secrete some harmful inorganic salts such as calcium phosphate carbonates from the blood into the lumen, means the space of the colon. So from the blood vessels, these harmful substances it come into its lumen, and along with the feces, these are being removed out. So skin, lungs, liver and large intestine are also known because they help in removing the waste products from the body. So they are accessory helping excretory organs, or they are not the main organs. So though that is in detail is not in the syllabus, but you should have the idea of these body organs, how they help in removing the waste products. So with this we have completed the chapter, and now next I will be giving you the assignment on this chapter. Go through the videos properly, and then I will take your problems of this whole chapter first. You will observe all my videos. I will be taking the problems of the lecture of this chapter. Then I will be giving you the assignment on it. Thank you.